Hi everybody, good morning. I'm continue doing rooms for this path. I thought maybe which one I was doing. I did these three and then said let me do the John the Ripper. It's an old room, so it's a year ago. But I said let me do it, add it to the list in case someone need help. Of course, let's be clear something, the setup. John the Ripper, remember we did another room, where is that hash cut? Hashing basic, we use the hash cut for, because usually you combine, hold on, what did we use here? Cryptography, hashing function. What is the SHA? Oh, okay, we're using secure authentication. I think we use hash cut here, if I'm not mistaken. Where is that? Crack station, and then we used our friend hashcut. I think for this room we use hashcut. Usually when you do rooms, sometimes you combine between them, the John the Ripper and hashcut. So of course when you start the room you see it like that, so I don't really like to work because in this type of screen, usually you can work here. Let's see if it's the seed. It does. That's fine, you can work on this. Also SSH to the room. Remember they give us access here. They tell us you can SSH with this login. I'm logging through VPN here, so I'm inside the system too. I can work directly from here on my computer. This is the task, you can work directly here. I just this one is a bit small screen. Why is not typing? Oh, just let's leave it because I will use the what's going on. And then I start also the attack box. So we have 3 to play with them. Let's start the attack box. Do we have these files? They said to download them. Is there usually the CD-ROMs? Let's see if it's inside attack box. There's no John. Oh, this is the CD John the Ripper. Now we have the task 9, 7. Let's see, they all of them 4, 5, 6. So they are there. So we can play here. Okay, let's view. Zoom in. So we have 3 machines. We have the attack box, a SSH to the machine, and then I will use my own machine. I already download them and I have them here. So this is the task. So we have 3 of them to play around in case you use your own machine. So let's start. No, basic term, of course. Now if you follow the other rooms of the hash of course it's a way to take data, so to do some type of mathematical operation on them to basically to obfuscate it. So that's why, for example, MD5 converts. The whole point of the John the Ripper is a way to go backward, because usually the hash, it's reversible, it's one way. But if you have a long list of words and the word, for example, the password is weak or something, you can reverse the process. That's the whole point of the way hashes is one. What makes hashes secure? Hashing function are designed as one-way function. So basically you have an like the MD5 and then you reverse it backward. In computer science, P and P are 2 classes of problems that help us understand the efficiency of algorithm. P, polynomial time class, P covers the problem whose solution can be found in polynomial time. Consider sorting list increase in order. The longer it will log the sort. Okay. Non-deterministic polynomial time. which given solution can be checked quickly even through. You don't need to confuse yourself too much about if you just start your career. This is just an idea how things work. Fundamental, it is entirely outside the scope of the reason, but abstracted algorithm to hash value will be p and can therefore be calculated reasonably. However, in an hashing algorithm will be np, so be reverse is very difficult. Now John can. Basically, John use a dictionary attack. Of course, there's tricks of the game how sometimes if you can guess, for example, some user they just use a word and they add a year, let's say use their pet name or something and say password then 2010 2024, or add a character at the end or number, so we can play around it. So what is the most popular extended version of John the Ripper? Crypto, this we done within this, the hashing base. This is 3 room, it's good to do them. This room will focus on the most popular extension version of John the Ripper, Jean Beaujean. Let's see if we find this online, because usually this one Jean de Rina Jean Paul, so it's supposed to be this one. Okay, let's follow and then we can play around it. For me, in my computer, this is my computer, I have this Jean. When you install Jean the normal way, you get one Jean, and when you snap it, when Linux, when in Ubuntu, when you said snap install, you get a couple of them. You get this ones, like for example when I do a TryHackMe room or something and I need a key pass on it, I have this one already installed. For example, you have a zip one, it doesn't have a, oh, you have a rar here too, so you have a rar, you have zip, so which later on in the room I don't need to run scripts, I can just get them here. So it's not all of them, but at least you have some. One is already installed. When you run, you install it in Ubuntu through snap. A normal way you just get John. That's, you can see I have 2 Johns myself. You have John the normal one and then the one that comes with snap, so you get all of this. But in any case, for example, in the room what we have, if you have only one John, what John we have only one John. We have one John here, so the others we need to get them ourselves. In the attack box, hold on. In attack box also we have a same one John, but in attack box we have the opt. I think you have John in the opt, and then the one, no, so you have a lot of them. For example, if we can, you have a zip, you have a rar. You should have rar to John. So TryHackMe attack box was made specially, so it's good to have it like Kali Links or something. But we use them later on. So depend on your machine, you can play which one you want. Which website breach was? This one, of course, the most. Here that if you want to install John, installation, of course. Attack box and Kali Jean Beaujean is already installed in attached virtual machine, as we said now. Usually as you do after installing Ubuntu, this won't give you only this one, the one, remember when I told you have too many Johns, give you only this one. If I'm not mistaken, in Ubuntu you install it through snap, if you're familiar with snap. You have this one, just install one of the, and then we have the official guide. Usually if you get Kali or anyone, they will get you all of them together, so you don't want to have an issue with them. The word list, for example, it's, if you're using attack box, the word list always in user share and word list, and you can get all of them. You can get RockQ, this one's list. For most of the time for password you use RockQ, so there basta, if you did the room from Go Basta directory, this is the 2. This is if you want to download it to your computer, of course. Like me, I have it, where I have it, What's going on here? I have it here. I have my raw queue here, so I have it, and I usually use it sometimes for hack the box, Sherlock's or something, or I save it there. So I download it myself. So everybody, you can do whatever you want. Your own machine, you can SSH to this machine, and that's the machine, and play there. Let's see where it should be. User word list. This machine, does it has, where is the word list in this machine? It is user share. Okay, the same this machine, the one that they asked to SSH, also has the word list, but their word list is only Roku, so that's fine. So they put the word list there. This one has most of them, so depend what you want to use. Now, which website bridge was the Roku word list came from? It's not that .com things. Roku.com. Did they talk about it here? Word list John, the sec list repository is well known. This one. Roku. For the task of this room, you'll use famous Roku word list, a very large compass word list obtained from data breach on a website called Roku.com. So that's the history of Roku, in case you get confused why we call it Roku.com. Daniel Mesa is the one famous for the sec list. He has also a mini repository regarding artificial intelligence AI. You can follow him in Twitter and X. So the sec list, it's also, we use it, for example, one thing we use it for discovery, when you do for start doing FAF and things like that, and web content. You can use certain list, things like that. This one is most structured list, but in any case, if you just start a new create, don't need to confuse yourself too much. John the basic. Okay, the John is basically the path is always you start John -- word list, where you put your list and your file. In general, John can detect what it cracks, so you don't need to tell him what's the hash is, but sometimes he doesn't know, he get confused and he doesn't give you the answer. That's why I didn't find the hash. Now, in my Ubuntu machine, already with app install, I get hash ID. I install it hash ID. I have hashcat, I have hash ID. If I'm mistaken, you just sudo apt and then you install hash ID. So it's like Ubuntu normal installation in your machine. Let me see if AttackBox has hash ID. It doesn't have hash ID, it has hashcat alone. So if we follow this, I'm a premium subscription, so we have internet in AttackBox. If you don't, you need to use machine. So where is it? Hash ID from this one. So it's a Python, so copy link. Let me V. You can install it. Let's see. Zoom in. Let's get it. wget. So in Kali, this one, I think hash ID is already there. So let's see how it look. I didn't use it usually from this way. Python. Usually, Hackbox has Python. Let's see. And you give it a hash and you test it. Okay, we'll test it later on. Let's test it. For example, if we go, what's the first task we have here? We have cd task 4. Cd task 04. This is my computer. My computer hash ID on it. So if we said hash 1, of course, if you try to guess, sometimes it doesn't give you 100%, and then you bring all of this. Let's try this one. cd task 0. No, what? ls cd small letter task 04. My computer is freezing. or they call it just 4 in this first task hash. Why is it zip folder? Are we in the same room? Why? Okay, cd first. Let's cut that hash 1. Hey, hash 1. Hey. So let's see if that Python script is better what I have in my computer. So if I come here, let's see. Same things. Oh, this one is he put MD5 in the bottom. This one he said he said possible hash. Ironically enough, this one give better result than my computer one that give you. My computer start with MD2. Are we sure 2E7? Are we sure we give the same one? Yeah, 2E7. So this one you can see is more accurate. So what it means, my version I have in my computer, it's not the latest. This one give MD2, MD5. So I can advise use the Python one if you want to install it in your computer, or check your Kali. The Kali, I think it has hash ID automatic installed on it. So now the other thing is the format specific cracking. That's why you use a format usually, and as you can see use a raw MD5, but you need to know which one installed in your computer. So if I can say they give a set, so you can say John and then say list equal formats, and I just grab minus I the MD5. Let's see what it give me. What that F couplet they do? I forgot about it. I don't see the difference what that F is doing. So we have MD5 crypt. You can see, for example, if I do the same things in my Ubuntu machine, let's say I use the same example here. So guys, you don't get confused. This is my machine. If I say that, it needs a known option list. Yeah, because my John, I have two Johns in my machine. The one that comes from Snap and the one that comes from the normal, the Ripper. But when you do the Snap one, I can get what I have. So that's why you always use John the Ripper, the full name from Snap, not the one that come the normal one. So in case you have different machine and you get confused. Now let's go back. If the other machine, the one that they give us, does it have John list? Let's see. If you SSH a machine, it should work too. But this machine doesn't have that hash ID. If you want to work here, so what hash ID doesn't, and you don't have, do we have internet in this machine? Ping, let's ping a DNS of Google. No, this machine doesn't have. So how to solve this problem? If you follow TryHackMe tricks when you do these things, so for example, now I know we have that Python script here that what we download now, these hash things, Control C. I have this. I can just run Python here. If I want to copy it to the other machine, -m http. You can copy it because we have SSH. What's wrong with me? I can do scopy hash ID, and then we have the files here. We have the login. So we have user at 10.10.17. If I'm mistaken, well, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's there. I don't know. What's the directory there? User pw home user. Let's call it to home user. Home user, and then yeah, just call it like that. Yes, the password is TryHackMe123 that thing. It's copy. Let's go back to the machine. let's see if I go down with 1, I could show for the hash ID here. So we have the hash ID if I want to use it. So but why they didn't give it to us when we are in John? Let's see, John task here, task 04. We have the hash ID 1 cut. So let's try it here in this machine as we did it before. So if I say Python, what version of Python this thing has? It has 3, so we can use the 3. That hash ID, what's in if I go, oh, no need to go to that's ID. It run, let's give it now the whatever the hash. It does work, so we can work also in this machine least possible hash. So we cool there, Control C, we done. So you can work in this machine if you want to copy. I'm very surprised why there is no the hash ID in this machine. Why? Because they talk to download it. And then I'm more surprised why these things. Oh no, I'm blind. That's the answer. I'm correct. It's MD5. Hey, sorry guys. So my hash ID work. No, this is the. No, I'm confused. The Python one give you the correct answer. The ls, but hash. No, this is not the machine. This is my machine. Hash ID, the one in Ubuntu, when I throw it to first one, analyzing and start MD2, which definitely wrong. MD5 is correct. Okay, after we play around with different machines, let's try to start some cracking. So we know this Python script is good, so it's good to have it. And then we talk about the format raw, because TLM is just dealing with standard hash type, because usually this one way the way see, remember, if you remember the room of a hash cut, the one for hashing, sometimes you can guess. That's how hashcat also detect from how they start. This one also can help. Let's play around with them. What type of hash is hash 1? Remember we already talked about, yes. First tag cut hash 1. Hash 1, remember we already did it in this machine, and it tell us small, probably in MD5. So we can say, let's no, I don't think with MD5 we can search it in hashcat. I don't think it will pick it up, because in MD5 there's a couple of them here. No, MD5 crypt, MD5. Yeah, let's follow the other script. What is the cracked value of hash 1? Okay, let's crack it now. So we have the file is hash 1, so we can just say John, and then tell him a format. Remember, see, if you don't get him a format, even with an MD5, which is simple, word list equal user share. Remember, this is the attack box machine of TryHackMe. That's the path. So if you give him a hash 1, look, for example, he has issue finding it. He doesn't really detect it. Even with a simple a session complete, even if you tell him, for example, John of hash 1, and tell him show, it tell you 0 cracked, so it didn't find it. So that's why we need to add that dash format, which you need to tell him it's a raw MD5. Then he found it. Hey, good question, guys. How about if I tell him our friend hashcat? Hashcat, you give him hash1 and then give him straight the word. I hope he didn't forget. Use a share with list. Let's see how hashcat do if you give him something like that. Really? So you just died. I'm very surprised. We did a mistake. Which machine is this one? This is my machine. Hashcat. Now I'm really curious. Hashcat. Hash1. User share. No, not user share. Where is my path for okay, so hashcat here he has a possibility of MD4, MD5. So you couldn't. So you need to tell him also, and he tell you the mode. So yeah, it's a game of cards. That's why that it seemed this Python script is good. He was able to give us the answer, so we can continue using it. What crack? Oh, did we crack it? Yeah, we cracked it. It's biscuit. So okay, there we got one. So now at least we know the in and out with the confusing part. What type of hash is hash2? Okay, let's. What is hash2? Let's do it in the other machine. In their machine they give us, the user machine. Hashcat cat hash2. So let's copy. Let's do that. Where's that Python things? Let's see what it said. It said it's a SHA-1. Okay, and then here they said don't put the dash. I think that script is good. It's SHA-1. Then what is the correct value of hash2? So let's see if our friend John, can John do it with let's rock you. If I took the format out, can John detect it without confusing? Let's see. Yeah, sometimes he can detect it, so you don't need to worry about him. So he can detect the hash without telling him it's SHA. So he got it raw SHA-1. So he can do it. What type of hash3? Let's see if John can detect hash3 and tell us without telling him. Let's see hash3. Of course, let's get hash3. Cat task for my first hash3. Okay, hash3 is this one. Let's give it to that script. Possible is SHA-256. Let's see if session complete, you couldn't find it. Okay, so if John couldn't find it, so we need to tell him SHA-3. It is SHA-256. I think it should be telling him raw SHA-56. Let's see. Okay, if we get confused, let's see. Remember we did SHA 256. I couldn't find it. So he has which SHA-56 he has? They have a row 2 SHA-fix. Let's assume it's a row 1. Let's see if I tell him to row 256. Can he find it? No, he find it quickly. So when you tell him sometimes he is not able to detect, so you need to tell him exactly what the hash is. And then what is the type of hash? Hash 4 ls got hash 4. Oh, this is longer one. So if I go now, copy it, and then I tell where is that script? Well, let's see somewhere here. Let's keep using this one. Now it's possible is SHA-512 or whirlpool, and then there is a hint here, it's not SHA-512. So if it's not SHA-512, so it's possibly in general it's this one. So let's assume it's that one for a moment. Now let's see if our let's see my machine this time. Let's try my machine. We're not where am I? This is the machine. Let's try if I can crack John. No, not that one. Let's see if I can crack John word list equal where is my word list again? Let's see if it can pick it up. Rook u.txt and I say hash 4. Let's see hash 4. Can John find it? Because that is a bit longer one. Can he detect? I couldn't detect it, so I need to tell him. But what format I should tell him? So if I go now, no, this is the Kangaroo one. So hold on. Sometimes it's getting freezing when I record the machine. What's going on with you? Hold on. My shell froze for whatever reason. So we know, so what format I need to tell him, because now we know it's whirlpool. So let's see if we can get anything from this. So you can call it whirlpool 1, TCP whirlpool. Good question. So if we give him the answer, dash format directly the name whirlpool, can you pick it up? I did it yesterday, so let's do it here so we don't hash 4, because I did it in my machine yesterday, so I need to show you how it works, not save it. Whirlpool. Now I think they chose easy words, so it doesn't take too much energy to our machine. What the hint is, you won't need row. Yeah, there's no row for here, because when you search here there's no row. That's straight whirlpool. Only one has a TC on them, so you can guess in general. Now NTLM hash is Windows way of hashing the password. There's some rooms in TryHackMe with Wireshark and all of that. The SAM, if you do Wireshark usually you get SAM file and you start to use what's the name of that PowerShell or Python scripts. I forgot them. They can read and extract the information. And then now which task? Now we are on task 5, so let's go out of this. So we have the NTLM hash. If you cut it, that's the hash. It's an NTLM. Let's see if we can pick it up. So where is that our script we like to use? Let's see. It said this one he just got it wrong totally. He said an MD5 domain cache credential, MD4 list provisional NTLM. So basically it's almost like let's trust my script now. We are in task 5. Let's task 5 ls. Let's see my hash ID. The Ubuntu one, what it said. It's already it's the same, MD2, MD5, MD4. We can't really. NTLM is the end, so we run out of it's only 2 characters. Yeah, because it's in NTLM, so we can assume mine LM, not LM, not tree. Even didn't pick it up at all. The other one, MD5. Let's do this trick. Let's see if Jean can pick it up. Usually Jean is good in this NT task which not task, not NTHash, that NTLM. Let's not give him the format. Let's see what Jean will do. Let's see if he see it. He couldn't see it. Yeah, because you need to give him the format, and the format for NTLM is format equal NT. You see, you need to tell him he is not able. The NT is the format for NTLM, because here the room they already tell us the NTLM hash. So good question, guys. How about our friend let's see if the other one's smarter. Hashcat. Let's see hashcat what will do. Hashcat, not NTLM. Let's see if he can pick it up. Just leave it. Let's see what we have here. We are in what? In hashcat task 6. Not task 6. We are in 5. Oh, there's no word list in hashcat. Sorry, guys. Says even hashcat is not put NTLM down, so the following 11 hash mode match the struct of your input. You couldn't get it, so sometimes you and your luck. Okay, continue. Now this one also is interesting, because sometimes when you do CTF and you're able to steal the ETS shadow, you found it, because usually it's not you're going to steal it if you're not root. Is not so to crack the password you need both files. This one is task 6, so let's go to task 6. This is task 6. They give us etc hash. Let's cut etc hash. this is everything I managed to recover from the target machine before my computer crashed. See if you can crack the hash, so we can at least salvage a password and try. So we have the what I call this thing. Let me see, where is it? Task 6. This is the file. See the task 6. So in task 6 they give us you can see the file you download are updated in the one, the hack box, the attack box. It give you one file, so you need to copy this and you need to copy this. In the file that you download here, they give you good value. So they give you the local shadow, the locust path, and then they give you the one that someone was backing up. No, this is I did it when I was doing this room, so that unshadow, remove it because let me remove the unshadow because I don't. So basically cat etc is the same as TryHackMe, so you have the story. So now you need to copy this one. If you work in the attack box, if you're not, so you're lucky because they already did it for you. Local pass, which is there, and then cut local shadow, which is the second part. So you have the first part, second part, which is this. So if you are in the attack box, you need to copy this, create a file yourself, then copy this and create a file password. This is the shadow, usually how the password in Linux, so that cat etc shadow. That's usually how. So let's go backward and then let's go to etc. The way you need to unshadow it to work with John. So basically this is the card. You do unshadow local the part of the password, then you go the local shadow, and then you get the text. So this is straightforward cracking, so you could do that. This is in my machine working now, and then you get the unshadow. So if you do the unshadow, you get that one. So the format that John can understand, and of course after we do that, the cracking comes straightforward. The format is SHA-512 crypt in this for Linux stuff. So if you follow that, we just go back to our John. Where is our John command? Why it's keep running my circle now? John, the format is that, and then I need to give him the shadow and word list, word list equal, I don't want to type, so then roq.txt, okay, in my computer, because I have John the Ripper, that one, so I need to do that. I did it already in my machine, so let's do this, do it in the attack box in case you haven't. So cut etc hashes, so we can have the first line. Now I need to create the same things they said. If you say local password vim paste that there, and then vim local shadow, and I need to take this one there. This is if you are working in an attack box, and then of course you do unshadow. You give him the local pass, the local shadow, and the nshadow.txt, and then you come to John and you say format, equal SHA-512 crypt, that's the Linux one. You give him the unshadow, and of course word list, which is user share row queue, and is supposed to give you quickly the user option to display. Okay, we use the shadow show one password hash cracked, which is 1234, and we done. Okay, that's how usually when you CTF you get if you get that files, you can just come here, they make notes for this, save them somewhere in your note, you need them in the future, and that's it. Single crack mode, see, single crack mode. So cd, where we are in this, if you are using the attack box, you do cd where we are now, 7 cd task 7. Okay, they give us this hash. Let's see if our friend outside can see it. How are you, my friend? Yeah, 7b. What it said? It said in MD5 possible. Let's see if it's really an MD5. What is a joker? Oh no, we are doing something now. There is this one is word mangling. Basically, short story short, is basically what most human we do. You take name and add number at the end, add the year. Like I remember there's a room in TryHackMe where we need to guess a password before even going to the other question, and most of us we couldn't. And the password was simple, was basically the name of the company with 2023 at the end, because like you must think like a normal user what they do. Take a name, a company with their name, and add the number at the end, or things like that, or add the characters and things like that. And John has a nice little play around it. The single thing, what do you call it, a single. For example, let me refresh my memory here. I didn't use this for a while, so to use a single crack mode, we use roughly the same syntax that we said. For example, if we want to crack the password username Mike using a single mode, yeah, this one is like basically, if you know the user, John will create like a list of words basic of the username, and then and try to play this way, like play with, add some characters, make letter up, like we a normal user, for example, pick the second capital letter, small letter, that type of jungling. That's why they call it Mangling. And then so the only thing the most important, just to tell him you're single for this to work. So but the file format need to change, so you don't give him the hash, so you need to update this file. This is that's not a 256, so depend of this we can possibly is an MD5. Let's assume it's but we need to change, because remember we need to the hash they gave us, we need to edit and then add the name of that person is a joker, and then we need to add it like that. Then after that after you say what cute save and quit, so cut. So now we have the name there, same as the format they tell us. Now we need to tell John now, John, here don't use anywhere, use your own generated word list. The format here, of course, it's a raw, we give a guess raw MD5, and you give him the name of the hash, and you can see he was able quickly to define. You can see we gave him the username this. He tried combination, cap letter, add number, and things like that, which usually some people they do that trick. So let's do that. Custom rules, it's also important. He's really sometimes is the word list is not enough. Even a raw queue, it has a lot of password, but sometimes you don't. But sometimes from enumeration or something, you get an idea how the password work. Like I said, for example, here in the example, it tell you usually if we follow this machine, so etc John. Usually you don't. Sorry. If you're not, this is attack. Why is not? This is the attack box, so it's in the opt. John. Oh, that's the opt. Basically here it didn't give us a test to play around it, but usually here user rules is if you have what to say, you have an idea of the password of the person. Let's say there's a word, for example here when you start with AZ, take the word and append with the character you define. So at the end, let's say A0, take the word and prepend with the character you defined. This prepends from the start, this one from the end. This capitalize the character positioning, and here is a good example here. Where is it? This rule. So C capitalize the first one, so we trying the password as this, and then he said append at the end of the word, so add at the end of it. So we're trying to do this. A number in the range of 09, the password is followed with one of the symbols. So we're trying to have, we know for example the person has it's almost like we know the first part of the password, but we need to generate a list of words where we play with number then character. So John can do this automatic for us, so we don't need to waste time on it. It's like generating a word list for us. Using custom rule, of course, the custom rule is the same thing as John. You keep using whatever the original. You just need to add a rule name. A rule name is, of course, it's this one. I don't know why they didn't give us a practice lab for this. There is no task 8. Yeah, they didn't give us task to. They just want us to know that there is a way to add a custom rule. That's all for this task. I think they don't want to go for advanced stuff. What custom rule allow us to exploit? What they call this rule? What are custom rules? John, good managing pattern. It's about pattern your password can be replied particular. The good news is that you can define with John. We can create password dynamically. The ability to such rule is being when we know information about the password structure. Many organizations will require certain level of password complexity. So basically, create a new account. If you attempt password, it most likely not work. The reason be enter false complexity, lowercase, uppercase number. Password complexity. Complexity is a good. This pattern can let us to exploit password complexity predictability. So basically you know at least the word, and then you try to just add the character of them, so you can play in that kind of sense. What rule will be used to add all capital letters to the end of the word? All capital letters. So if we follow the rule here, it said we don't need the C, so you start with the AZ, because that's how the rules start when you say at the end. So if you follow, and then said all capital letters, remember AZ while include only uppercase letters, so we need this. And you remember the rule how you add it between the other two things, so you need to add that too. And then they said add the capital letters, so at the end add capital letters. So this one mean at the end, then A to Z with cap letter, it means only capital letter at the end. We are not adding numbers or anything, just adding capital letters. What flag will you use to call a custom rule? This one, of course. If you want to call custom rule, they give us here rule equal, and then you put a rule name, which in our case they give us TryHackMe rule, so we can finish it. Now let's try the zip. The zip here it gives us, let's see, in the attack box they said there is this John there. Let's say opt John, no John, there is a zip to John, so we save. We can use the zip to John straightforward. Basically it's the same thing. So example usage, zip the John, give him the zip folder, and then it will hash for you. Now cracking. We are then able to take the file from example case and then go back to John, to our friend John. So which task we are, no, let's go first to, this is task 9, cd task 9. They give us the zip. So let's see, in attack box your John is there, and then you have zip to John, and then you give him the zip folder, and I say zip hash.txt. And then if I call zip to hash, we got that. So if I go now, John, the same fundamental we always do. You can give him the hash file, then you give word list equal user share word list row q. I pass that way. Now if you are not in the attack box, let's see if I'm in my machine, for example, as I told you, my machine has our friend John. I have the zip John here. Let's see if my zip to John work. No, I need to go to task 09. What's inside? You have secure, and I said you get zip hash.txt. I got the zip to ht, so now I can go to John. I don't need the format, I think, and I tell John zip hash, and he found it. So in my Ubuntu, as I said, I have it installed. In attack box is installed too, and I think you can download it, because zip it should be, I think is in run. There's no zip here. If I'm mistaken, if you Google it, you'll find it, zip to John. Is this? But this is one .c. It's not a Python one. I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, you can install it. Did they say how to install it? In Kali you should have it. In attack box you can have it. In Ubuntu you can use snap as I did. You find it. But if it's a Python script alone, I'm not sure why Python. So if you install John, all of it, he might give you the. It is complete 63. Will produce John binary in John run. Okay, so if you install John, you might have it like the attack box. You guys try to check it and let me know. What is the content of the flag inside the zip file? Okay. Unzip password pass 123 ls cat zp flag.txt, and then we got flag after you enter password for the zip. Okay, let's play along. Now rar is same thing, so it should have cd task 10 cd task secure rar. So we'll have the rar one. Usually, let's see if we got John rar to John rar. So there is rar to John here. rar to John. So the same format. You give him the file. You call it to rar hash.txt. You got a rar to, and then you come to John. Here you don't give him a format. You just give him the word list, which is in word list equal user share word list roq, and then you give him. He will know it's rar, so he doesn't spend too much on it. Of course, in my case, if you are in Ubuntu and I go to cd task 10 and I have rar, I can just say John. I have done John the Ripper and I have rar my rar to John, and I can just say secure rar hash rar.txt, and he give me the file which is hash rar, and then and I get things. So now of course the crack, what's the password is password. Now the password is password. Now it's rar, so we need nrar. Is nrar installed? Is no installed in that? Is it installed my machine? My machine has nrar, so we can just what the hell? secure.rar. Oh, you need the command extract. Okay, I didn't know that. -e. Are you kidding me now? It doesn't. That's the first time. Why unzip works straight and unroll doesn't work? You need to talk to him. What's that's new. update file list of volume. Extract file to the current directory. Oh, E alone. Okay, not minus E. Can be E. Oh, you just put E without minus E. Okay, password ls cat flag. Usually most of flag has minus. These are things. So you need to install unrar in your computer for this. It's apt install unrar. So it's a Linux default. Why, I don't know why unrar in the machine doesn't apt install unrar. A good question. Is the machine they gave us to play with, Control C, does it has unrar? Oh, it has unrar. So we can go to CD task. So if you work in the machine they give us, unrar is already there. So where is that unrar? Secure. So we can just unrar E secure and put password, and we got the flag here. So we cool. So the machine they give you to work on has unrar. Now we install it unrar here, so we can go, okay, what's the file? E, this E nonsense, E not rar, secure, and then I said password, and then cat flag, and then cat flag is that one. Okay, now the next one is the last one we're doing is task 11 is an RSA. An RSA is straightforward in John. He knows it. It's we use it usually most of the time in CTF and things like that. You could also, it's another convenient tool. Oh, there is that SSH to John. Do I have SSH to John in Ubuntu? Let's see, John the Ripper. No, John. What's this is not my machine. Do we have SSH? DM? How come they do zip this RAF, URAF, RAR, OpenCL? I don't have SSH. So we need to use attack box. So yeah, in the machine of TryHackMe is in opt John SSH to John py, replaces the command with Python. Yeah, you can't run Python because this one we need to run Python here. In Kali they tell you it's in share John. If I'm not mistaken, there is SSH on Python. Oh yeah, this is SSH to John. Let me see if I can copy it to my machine to test it. CD task 11 vim ssh to john.py. Let's copy it here. Let's see if it does work. And I can say Python 3 my machine. What we have SSH to John. So I got it from here. Let's see if it does work. So usually you call it in the same things. You give it whatever the file, and then id rsa hash.txt. This won't work. We can just cast id the hash. We got the hash. So now the cracking, of course, is straightforward. You go John, you give it the word list, user share word list or queue, and then you give him let's say hash the text we just did now. Now let's see if my id RSA the hash.txt cat id RSA. So also this Python, you can download it, it works fine. I'm like just confused why I don't have it automatic in Snap. I don't see the SSH zip, all of them. He got it, the password is Mango. Now let's see what's going on. Let's see the machine they tell us to work on. This machine, does this machine has opt John? It has SSH to John 2, so we can use this machine that they gave us. So Python 3 and then task 10, not task 10, task 11, and then we can do the same things. We just call it to, let's save it in task 11, id RSA hash.txt. Oh, I did something wrong. cd task. This is the machine of they give us of the task, so we can be clear here. John id RSA hash word list equal user share word list row queue, and then let's see if how long it takes this machine to get it. It get it also quick. This is machine get it quick. Yeah, so mango. So we know the password is mango. So basically that when you start now, they say you need to build your machine. You decide you go with Kali or which one, the other one that Hackbox use, not Puppet or what they call it. There's a couple of them. Whenever you install, then you start getting all, usually this one you get it by default in Kali and some other machines. What Puppet or Puppy, there's a couple of them. See which one you like, install it, make your tool. So when you get in the future CTFs that said, usually there's a couple of CTF they ask for SSH keys to be you find ideas to want to crack it, but usually if you get an ID RSA, you already it's a private key. Even you don't need to crack it because you can just SSH with it. Any case, sometimes you need a password. So yeah, this is it's a nice room to play around, to be faster in CTF. Whenever there is you find the keys or you find the zip folder that you want to, but usually they give you that you need to crack it. There's inside information. In general, yeah, most CTF, especially Hotbox, they don't really crack password. They don't like that type of CTF. Yeah, guys, I thought to do it is an old room, but I thought, you know, let me finish all the paths. So I did this. I'll try maybe these old rooms later on when I have time to do it. Guys, I hope you like it, and thank you very much and have a good day.